Flipper is an American revival television series of the original 1964 Flipper television series. The first 2 seasons aired in first-run syndication. Seasons 3 and 4 aired on the PAX network. Although the series was set in Bal Harbour, Florida, it was largely filmed in Gold Coast, Queensland, Australia. However, 3 episodes during the first season, including the pilot, were filmed in Pigeon Key, Florida and at the Dolphin Research Center in Grassy Key, Florida. Plot: Season 1 opens with the adult drive. Keith "Bud" Ricks from the original 1964 Flipper series leading dolphin research at the Bal Harbour Marine Institute in the Florida Keys. Dr. Pam Blondell is a naval officer, relocated to the Florida Keys to join Dr. Ricks at the institute to perform dolphin research. Dr. Blondell is accompanied by her son Mike, a rebellious teen. Mike is unhappy about the move until he meets Maya Graham, a free-spirited 14-year-old girl who has a special connection with Flipper and the ocean. At the beginning of Season 2, Dr. Ricks, Blondell, and her son Mike are written out of the series by leaving Bal Harbour. Dr. Jennifer Dalton takes over as the Institute's director. Maya becomes an intern at the Institute, while 2 new interns, Dean Gregson and Holly Myers, are introduced. Next door to the Institute, a new substation for air-sea rescue opens, introducing deputies Tom Hampton and Quinn Garnett. The deputies are responsible for rescuing people in trouble at sea and perform numerous rescues through the season. Hampton and Dr. Dalton have an on-again, off-again romance during the season. Edward "Cap" Dalton, Dalton's estranged father, also moves to Bal Harbour to try and re-establish a relationship with his daughter. Cap is a charter boat captain and owns his own boat, the Myriad, named after his late wife. In Season 3, Dalton and Maya are written out of the series by leaving Bal Harbour to perform research in the Red Sea in San Diego. Alex Parker, a Navy Marine, becomes the Institute's director and marries Tom Hampton. Hampton and Parker, along with her 2 kids, Chris and Jackie, set up housekeeping, and the series begins to focus more on the family. Deputy Mark Delaney also replaces Garnett as Hampton's partner at the substation. At the Marine Institute, Holly remains an intern, but Dean leaves. Cap still appears throughout Seasons 3 and 4 but is noticeably absent from many episodes. In Season 4, Tom's niece Courtney Gordon moves in with the Hampton-Parker family after being unhappy living with her mother in Washington, D.C. Season 4 is essentially a continuation of Season 3 with no major changes. Most episodes are self-contained and there is very little in the way of serialized storylines between episodes. The series ends on a shockingly tragic note as Flipper accidentally becomes beached on a sand dune and is unable to free himself. Upon learning what has happened, the entire cast rushes to the scene but arrives too late. Flipper's heart stops as they are trying to save him. The final scene of the series shows Jackie mourning Flipper's loss. Then he's shown to be alive and the show ends with them playing in the water and she says everything's gonna be just fine. Cast and characters: Flipper as himself, Zipper as himself, Brian Wimmer as Dr. Keith Ricks, Colleen Flynn as Dr. Pamela Blondell, Peyton Haas as Mike, Jessica Alba as Maya Graham, Whip Hubley as Tom Hampton, Elizabeth Moorhead as Dr. Jennifer Dalton, Ren T. Brown as Quinn Garnett, Scott Michelson as Dean Gregson, Anja Colby as Holly, Gus Mercurio as Cap, Tiffany Lamb as Alexandra Alex Parker Hampton, Craig Marriott as Chris Parker, Laura Donaldson as Jacqueline Jackie Parker, Darren Klimek as Mark Delaney, Sky Patch as Courtney Gordon. Season 4. Nicola Parker as Bianca. Since Flipper was filmed in Australia, producers had to rely heavily on Australian talent. Several regular cast members and most guest stars spoke their dialogue using non-Native American accents. During seasons 3 and 4, Whip Hubley and Gus Mercurio were the only American actors in the cast. All other characters were portrayed by Australian actors. Flipper had many notable guest stars, including Alan Dale, Dwight Schultz, Nicholas Hammond, Jane Badler, Robert Colby, and Season Hubley. In fact, many of these guest stars made more than one appearance, portraying different characters each time. Seasons 3 and 4 regular cast member Darren Klimek also appeared briefly as a different character in the Season 1 episode, Treasure Hunt. Episodes. DVD releases. MGM Home Entertainment released the first season of Flipper: The New Adventures on DVD on June 3, 2010 via Amazon.com's Create Space program. This is a manufacture-on-demand release, available exclusively through Amazon.com. On April 2, 2013, TGG Direct will release Seasons 2, 3, and AMP4 on DVD in Region 1. Locations. The primary setting for Flipper was the Bal Harbour Marine Institute, a fictional dolphin research facility funded by the fictional Bal Harbour University. Between Seasons 1 and 2, the Air-Sea Rescue substation was built next door to the Marine Institute when the series began focusing less on ocean and dolphin research-based plots. The Air-Sea Rescue was located directly on the beach and had access to its own helicopter and hovercraft for rescues. A speedboat was also added in Season 3. The Shipwreck was a restaurant located between the Marine Institute and the substation. The restaurant opened in Season 2 and was featured until the end of the series. During Season 1, the Shipwreck's building was the residence of Dr. Keith Ricks. At the start of Season 3, Tom Hampton married Alex Parker and they moved into a house with Alex's children, Chris and Jackie. The house contained an in-ground swimming pool and large dock. Filming locations. Initial production on Flipper began in the Florida Keys with the pilot and 2 other episodes filmed there in Season 1. 3 locations were used for the Bal Harbour Institute, including Pigeon Key and the Dolphin Research Institute on Grassy Key, with a 3rd location used for the beach where Maya first meets Mike. A 4th location, just east of Conch Key adjacent to Overseas Highway 1, was used when Maya meets Keith in a Jeep to inform him Mike is in trouble. This is the same location used in the movie True Lies. 3 different filming locations were used to portray the Marine Institute. The pool area of the Institute was filmed at SeaWorld, Gold Coast. The 2-story building was notable for being the only set used for the entire run of the series. Although it did not appear in every episode, the same set was reused with little modification for other film and television productions such as Sabrina Down Under. After filming on Flipper wrapped, the building was demolished in order to accommodate SeaWorld's Imagine Dolphin Show attraction located nearby. Although the area is unrecognizable today, an aerial shot in the Season 1 episode F. Scott shows the original configuration of the building at SeaWorld. During the first 2 seasons, only indoor office space for the Institute also appears. It is believed that this was filmed on a sound stage at either SeaWorld or Warner Brothers Movie World. The exterior facade of the Institute's building along the waterfront was filmed in park space abutting the Gold Coast Broadwater located in Southport, Queensland near Ephraim Island. The Ephraim Island Road bridge is visible in many waterfront shots in the latter half of the series. The same location was used for the Air-Sea Rescue substation and the Shipwreck. All 3 buildings along the beachfront and park space were demolished in the early 2000s to make way for apartment buildings and a small harbour. The Hampton Parker family home was filmed at an actual house located at 1 Howard Street in the a Gold Coast suburb of Runaway Bay. The house was located just south of the Marine Institute, substation, and Shipwreck filming locations. The exterior of the house today is relatively unchanged since filming of Flipper wrapped in 2000. Numerous scenes were filmed in and under the water. Many scenes above water were filmed in the channels and islands of the Gold Coast Broadwater, while some diving scenes were filmed in giant water tanks located at Warner Brothers. Movie World Awards nominations: Daytime Emmy Awards 1996 Outstanding Sound Mixing, Paul Brinkett, Kevin Patrick Burns, John Taylor, and Christian P. Minkler. 1997 Outstanding Sound Mixing, John Taylor, Kevin Patrick Burns, Todd Orr, and Craig Walmsley. International broadcasters: Australia.However network, currently rerun on its digital channel 7TWO at 10 a.m. Sunday mornings. United States: Family Net, currently rerun on its digital channel at 4 p.m. ET weekdays.